The rising cost of veterinary care is leading many people to relinquish their animals to the shelter. Many are considering not adopting animals because they can't afford the cost of veterinary care. And sadly, many more people are having to euthanize their animals for treatable conditions because they can't afford the cost of veterinary care. Why is this? It's mostly due to private equity firms buying up small veterinary practices and raising veterinary fees so that they can make money for their executives and their shareholders. It's hard on the veterinary staff too. We wish we could just treat animals for free and didn't have to worry about the cost. What is the long-term solution to this problem? One solution is expanding access to publicly funded veterinary care. I've worked in many publicly funded clinics offering subsidized care. Corporate-owned animals, these are animals raised in protein production, animals in research settings, get their care subsidized by the government. And if we redirected those funds to support care for companion animals, we could provide free veterinary care to every companion animal in the United States. And some people said, well, it makes sense that we would subsidize the care for farmed animals because they produce food for us. So in theory, wouldn't that keep the price of food low? But that's not necessarily true. We are seeing an increase in zoonotic diseases from farmed animals. As we can find more and more genetically similar animals in close proximity with human beings, we create the perfect environment for viruses of pandemic potential to flourish. And we keep subsidizing vaccine development and research and diagnostics for farmed animals. And we subsidize the extermination of animals who succumb to these diseases. But avian influenza has now jumped into our companion animals. So cats on these dairy facilities who drank unpasteurized milk ended up getting sick and dying, and cats who ate contaminated raw meat ended up getting sick with H5N1. Previous research showed that it had about a 90% mortality rate in cats. Once we discovered that we could actually treat these cats with antivirals, they could do quite well. But unfortunately, a lot of those cats didn't get diagnostics early enough, and how much of that was due to just the high cost of veterinary care? How many more H5N1 infected cats would we have found if diagnostics for avian influenza in cats was subsidized the way that avian influenza diagnostics are subsidized in poultry birds and in dairy cows? And this goes back to the idea of One Health. Human, animal, plant, and environmental health are all interconnected.